Mental cosmic peace. I am back once again to do another reading. Okay, the last video that I read from, it was still from the moonset, the sunrise. Okay, so before I get into this reading, I'd like to say what my last video was based on one-sided racism. Okay, so before I get into my reading, I would like to recite the memorandum conversation by repeating Nupu 9 times. Nupu, 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 Nupu. Remember the promise and covenant with your messenger, and also writer, Afro Una, and all those who learn. Excuse me for a minute. Okay. And also, and all those who learn, accept and practice positive nature knowledge and the laws of nature, as explained and described by Noon, your active science of all the worlds, your promise and also covenant having been duly made are binding as following: economic well-being and liberation of the Ethiopian race, mentally, spiritually, and also physically, because it is the time and cycle for this action. For your posterity, the Ethiopian race. And because we all, meaning Ripu, which means the sun, sun power, Gipu, earth power, and Sipu, moon power. Okay, and all adherents dedicate and obligate the rest of our lives to sound right reason, who is Nupu, positive nature knowledge, the laws of nature, also truth, equality, justice, and practicing righteousness, rightness, which is Noon, to the best of our knowledge and also abilities. The time for the Savior has passed. It is now time for the mental resurrection, liberation, justice, judgment, settlement, and balance for all peoples on planet Earth, as promised by the forces of nature and predicted by the ancients and sages of antiquity. Nupu, please cause it to be. Okay, now before, like I said, my last video was titled One-Sided Racism. Okay, and basically, I am still reading from Moonset and Sunrise in the Nature of Nature. Okay, my reading will include 5 verses today from the title of what is the name of the ethnic race of Black people and what is the origin of our black skin and our kinky hair? Okay. And I will start by reading those 5 verses. Listen to reason. Let this writer first qualify the phrase, Black people. There are Black people of different ethnic races, but usually when the phrase Black people is used by someone, the person is referring to people who are members of the Ethiopian race. And this is appropriate because when the human races are designated by color, the analysis goes like this. The Black race is the Ethiopian race, also called the African race. The original race, the Tikindoid race, and the kinky-haired race. The brown race is the Phoenician race. The red race is the Indian race. The yellow race is the Mongolian race. The white race is the Caucasian race. And the colored race is the Mongoloid race. Moreover, blackness of the African race shines like the surface of the sun and his energies. Black skin of other ethnic races cannot shine this way and not supposed to, because the Ethiopian race is direct descendants of the sun. Let it be remembered always and let it be known. Listen to reason. The Ta and Tai-Kindoid race in the preceding paragraph is pronounced tar and is, tar as in Utah. For the P is silent. However, if the pronouncer prefers to silence the T, then the pronunciation becomes par, P-A-R. Either pronunciation is appropriate, for tar refers blackness. Sorry about that. And par refers to the standard from among the various names given in this booklet for the African race. This writer prefers and uses most often the name Ethiopian race, because at one time all of Africa was called Ethiopia and the Atlantic Ocean was known as the Ethiopian Sea. Moreover, the word Ethiopian shows close relations to the cosmos that the sons of absolute nature constitute. And the Ethiopian race is the posterity of the sons. To put it another way, the root word of the name Ethiopian is ether. And ether, called sunshine on planet Earth, is the energy who the sun produces. Let it be remembered always and let it be known. Sorry about that. Okay, let me get where I'm at. Oh man, count on me. Okay, listen to reason. So since original ether, non-ether, is indeed what produced the African race by way of the womb of Mother Earth, called the source of the Nile River at Lake Victoria on the equator in Africa, it is appropriate that all kinky-haired people everywhere be called Ethiopian by race. However, words like African and Sudanese, Nubian and Nubian and Egyptian have practically the same meaning as Ethiopian, philosophically, because all of these words are Latin or Greek words translated from an African language word meaning ether, that means black and shining with life. It is true that the penman of this booklet is definitely Ethiopian by race, and like all other kinky-haired people, he is a descendant of Nupu. The novenary and primary energies of the sons. Kinky hair means kingly hair. Let it be remembered always and let it be known. Listen to reason. Natural ether is the universe, power, and also principle in absolute nature that is life and light. Natural ether can be the fire of growth or the fire of decay. Natural ether is natural fire that naturally burns whatever or whoever it comes in contact with. And this is why when people go out on the beach in the sunshine, they become darker. For Black people, this sunshine is within the genes and called melanin by mundane scientists, and sun genes by universe scientists. And this means that Black people have a built-in sun in their reproductive and circulatory systems that produces sun genes that burn the surface of the skin of Black people. The differences between the Sun genes of Ethiopian race black people and black people of other ethnic races is this. The Sun genes of Africans race black people are originally produced by 9-ether sun energies, and the Sun genes of other black people are produced by 6-ether sun energies. And this is why the black skin of African black people of the Ethiopian race is supposed to shine. Why? Yeah, that's why they use the term shine, you know, get my shine on or whatever. You know, certain individuals use it different. I use it as, because I shine like the sun, so I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm a shining star, or you know, my name, Nebu Renu Nupu, the golden revolutionary sun, which is to come, and noon in the science of nature. So that's, you know, basically the positive way of representing the shining. Some use it when it comes to blinging. Yeah, I'm shining, I'm blinging, you know, whatever. That nonsense. But anyway, while black skin of other ethnic races does not. 9-ether originates in the top half of the circle of existence during the time that the top half exists, and 6-ether generates in the bottom half. And this means, of course, that 9-ether is more potent and more positive scientifically than 6-ether is. And this is also why the African hair is kinky and that of other human races is not. Let it be remembered and let it be known. Listen to reason. Kinky hair, same as saying kingly hair, is a symbol of originality in human beings. Because when planet goddess Earth was orbited from the sun more than 5 billion years ago in flames, her surface finally cooled off as her waters rained from the skies. Of course, at this time, the atmosphere of Mother Earth was extremely potent and positive with heat and humidity. Therefore, in order for flesh and blood living beings to survive this powerful atmosphere of Goddess Earth, they had to have sun genes within themselves strong enough to offset the sun genes and heat in this atmosphere of extreme high humidity. And sun genes, this strong with heat, okay, and sun genes this strong with heat and humidity always kink the hair of the living beings who possess them within. And these original flesh and blood living beings first. And also there was a video that was done by Ken Ta-Noon and Ken Anut, when they broke down, are we in the moon cycle or are we in the sun cycle? You can find that video on YouTube under the channel of Ta-Noon Nubu Noon Nupu. Okay. Listen to reason. And these original flesh and blood living beings first, born from the waters of Mother Goddess Earth at the source of the Nile River in equatorial Africa, were gods and goddesses with kinky hair by nature, who were the original ancestors and progenitors of the African black people of the Ethiopian race. Members of the Ethiopian race This topic tells us why we produce black skin by nature and grow kinky hair on our heads by nature, and why we should be indeed very proud of both. This topic also tells us why the Ethiopian race's kinky hair, being the only human race with kinky hair on our heads by nature, has a very important and special meaning, as further explained in other books entitled Introduction to the Nature of Nature, also written by Afro Uno, the writer and messenger for Nupu and Noon. Let it be remembered always, and be it known. Okay, now for I'd like to give a shout out to some new viewers to my readings. Shout out to friend Aya. Shout out to Ken Tanek, Ray, and Jasmine Dean. And shout out to friend Lamont. And shout out to my cousin. Welcome. Glad you could join us, cousin Hashina. And for the newcomers, I also have a link that I will put in the comments where you can also do some reading of what I was reading from the Nature of Nature books. I will give you a website. I'm gonna put it in the comments so you can check out, do some research on your own to get your, you know what I'm saying, where you can develop your reasonability, and you'll be able to break down the Noon science in its pristine purity, and you will come in tune with where you need to be, whether you're in the city, in the country, wherever. But just know that our habitat belongs in nature. This city is all right to be in the city so you can get around even if you don't have a car, but nature is where we really need to be. Even if you know what I'm saying, even if you have to go out into Forest Hill or Maymont Park to resonate with the elements, you know what I'm saying, with nature. Okay, so here is the link, and it could be this is the philosopher Afro Uno, and you will learn a lot about the information that he researched. See, that was his mission. His mission was to research the information for Noon science and put it out for the Ethiopian race. Because as we can see, religion has really kept us at the bottom. And being that we are in the moon cycle stage, where the moon cycle deals with sin, which goes back to religion when they say when you do bad things, it's a sin. Well, actually, that is that's another name for Leviathan, which is the negative serpent energy, adverse power, negative adverse energies that control and keep us under the spell of ignorance. So that includes my reading for tonight. It was kind of a small reading, but I just felt that it was a need for me to do this. I was watching a video between, excuse me, friend Reggie and friend Jabari, but I would go back to that. But I must say that video is interesting, and if you see it on YouTube, I would basically I wouldn't say I advise you to watch it, but yeah, I would say check it out. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I would like to say also True peace to friends and I. Glad you can join. I did a reading. I'm about to post it, so you can go back and watch it. Of course, I'm glad you can join. But I am about to, sign off, and I will do a reading very soon. It won't be too long. I am able to do a little bit more because I am in I am in business class, but my business class is about to end, so I can put a little bit more initiative and move forward with my studies in neuroscience a little more, so I have a little bit more time to, to spare and to do what needs to be done, sharing this information. I thank you for joining. I'm signing off. True peace, friends and kins.